This is a message to the young lady that literally just broke up with me. I just felt like my whole life was ripped apart. Like, you let people disrespect me. Not once have I disrespected you. I don't care about that. I just wanted you to see that you was hurting me. And then you gonna break up with me because you say you can't love me properly or I require too much. I require too much because I just want to be treated like a man, and I just want to be labeled as a man. And like,
are we making another video?
Yeah, what are you doing? So this guy, his girl has evidently just broken up with him. So I don't know. Just in watching the video, he is emotionally distraught about this woman breaking up with him. And honestly, so he went to the internet to actually air out his feelings to the internet, obviously. What are you laughing for? You can't laugh at him. He's crying. Like,
I'm not laughing at him. I'm laughing at the situation because I think that he probably just made it worse for himself.
Why is it?
Crying on the internet?
I mean, women do it all the time. Don't women cry on the internet all the time?
Okay.
I see women.
Women.
So is this a sexist thing? So tell me what to think about. So a man crying on
He's
the
gonna
internet.
look weak.
Really?
Yes.
I thought women like men that are vulnerable.
Not like that. That's not vulnerable. That's
It's not attractive.
no.
Is that the way to win this woman back?
Nope.
Why not? What she have done? Not that. Not
Played
that.
hard to get. Be like, okay, well, I don't want you either. And then she'll be like, wait, he doesn't want me?
It's too much.
Too much.
Oh yeah.
Even if those are his true feelings, he really is crying, he's really upset.
Uh-huh.
She doesn't need to be saying that, and she's not going to be wanting the whole world to see it.
I think you're being too harsh. He looks like he could be a good guy, but let's see.
He probably is a good guy.
Hold on.
It's not good for her anymore.
I loved you too much. You wasn't ready for that type of love. And me as a man, honestly, that's what I feel like I'm really good at. And I know how to love you properly. I tried so hard to love you, and like, I should have saw the sign that you probably did not feel the same way from the beginning. But I thought that I could make you feel that way about me. Like, I'm just trying my best out here. And sometimes I feel like my best is not good enough.
All right, so this is now getting a little
Getting
hard
worse.
to watch. I always say this, is that there's always signs. And the thing is that I have been in relationships in high school and college where I saw the signs, but I just, it's like a stop sign, but you just, in a red light, but you just blow right through it. Like, it's like, I'm just having so much fun. I'm running 65 and then I push it down to 85. And the thing is that there's signs there, but you just overlook them.
Sometimes you don't see them until after, too. When you look, like, hindsight.
Once you get a ticket.
Or no, any situation. You look back and you're like, yeah, actually, it starts to all make sense. But he might have been a little bit, he might have been, like, suffocating her.
I mean, possibly.
He might have been trying too hard.
Is that the thing, though? Can you suffocate a woman?
I mean, it could be off-putting if it's just way over the top, like in your face all the time.
So you got to have some. So basically, even though as a man, you do have to have some form of game.
Yeah, because it really, it's what you said. It's like game. It's, every relationship, I mean, is still, I don't know
But, and I guess, look, I understand where you're coming from, but should it really be a game? Like, if you really like someone, should you?
I'm not
really
saying like you're
play?
playing games. I'm not saying that. I'm saying like you should feel comfortable in the relationship, but at the same time, you should always like keep your game up and you should have to work to make sure that that other person is still interested in you.
You gotta smell fish on me so that you know I can catch fish so you can act right.
And if somebody's just basically just throwing themselves at you, it's like you're not playing with anybody. It's just kind of like, yeah.
Come to find out, she was cheating on me the whole time. Now I feel very weak for making this video. I was over here crying, really thinking I'm the problem, really thinking I'm this and that. She was calling me insecure about the guys she was hanging out with and the guys that was her friend. Come to find out, she was smashing one of her friend guys the whole time. And then the dude told me last night and the mama told me. So look, here go the live right here.
I guess he reached out to the mom and the mom was like, listen, I'm tired of you she's been doing this all the time. Stop calling me, because look, there's usually a pattern. He's probably reached out to mom a couple times, and then he probably went over there and cried about it. She's like, I don't have time for this.
That's the thing up.
Yo, so why you keep saying I should have did something? What about your daughter? Why you keep saying me?
I'm gonna be real honest with you. You got played, Mark. You got played.
Damn.
Just bottom line, you got played.
It happens to the best of us, though, Mark.
Look, you ain't the first guy that got
It does.
played.
It definitely
so you have
does.
to understand that. And I don't want to tell my daughter business because it's not her business for me to tell.
And that was my ex-mama talking about she don't want to tell her daughter business. You told your daughter business.
Just in looking at that, if the mom acts a certain way, and it seemed like the mom acted a certain way from jump, the daughter's not gonna act much different. And the thing is, the mom seemed like she was a little ratchet. And so, do you think the daughter's gonna be different? I mean, really, if the mom's talking like that and the mom's talking like that to you, do you think the daughter's gonna be any different than the mom? I would say there was multiple signs within this situation. Honestly, I wonder what the young lady looked like. She must have been bad. She must be BADD bad. Ultimately, here's what I do say. I do understand about this whole manosphere and the red pill and different things like this, because they say that you got to understand women's nature, and women's nature is of a certain way, and so it sounds like that this young lady was sleeping with another guy while at the same time using this guy's resources. And so I do understand that. But the ultimate problem that I think you run into a lot of times is that the people that you're picking, I think the problem that men run into a lot of times is that they pick terrible people. Like he said, like if you listen to him, there were signs. I think a lot of men have been in this situation. I've had my heart broken. I've had my heart broken a couple times. And the thing is that when I look back upon the times I had my heart broken, there were signs that were obvious. And honestly, I just didn't pay attention to them. And so who is to blame if I didn't pay attention to the signs? It's me.
Or if you didn't want to hear them. Sometimes people don't want to hear. You try.
Sometimes your friends try to tell you.
Yeah.
It's like, listen, man, and they won't tell you. Look, your guy friends won't tell you right up. They're like, hey, man, you getting serious with Katie? Or what I'm saying, like whoever the girl is, that's a white name. But anyway,
Yeah.
you be like, yeah, it's like, why? What's up? He's like, no, man, it's just wondering.
Just be careful.
That's a sign. That's a sign your boy knows something, but he ain't telling you. But like I said, the thing is for a lot of guys is that we get pulled in by women a lot of times that are attractive and that are what we would call spicy. And the problem with that is that the spiciness a lot of times will come back to bite you. And it's the same thing for women a lot of times. The women get pulled in by guys that are, I don't want to call a guy spicy, but what do you call
Bad
it?
boys.
Yeah, get pulled in by bad boys, and the thing is that they end up getting hurt. And there were signs all the time, but they end up getting hurt on the back. On the
bad
back.
boys.
Do you think that he's going to take this hurt and this pain over into his next relationship?
I mean, probably.
Oh, no.
Hopefully he never just goes on the internet like that again, though.
What's the ultimate lesson in this, boys and girls? Is that whenever you're in pain, don't open up your phone and start crying to the internet, because
And don't call your...
I've never called a mom, but I gotta be honest. I have reached out to a mom and just tried to apologize. We got to fight one time. I wrote your mom a letter.
my mom.
Yeah, I wrote your mom a letter. We got to look, but it was my fault. Like it was my fault. Like I'm not as always smiles and hearts and kisses. I'm a little rough around the edges. Not that much anymore.
No.
So I'm not as
Come a long
difficult. What?
A long way.